Hello, how is everybody doing today? My name is Charlie. I am technically here. Yes, technically here. It's been a very weird week for me. Before I even do anything else, I want to share my screen real quick because I meant to be writing this week. And so I set myself up. I was going to do all of this fiction writing. I did do a lot of writing, but none of it fiction writing. And so I sat down. I was like, today I am fiction writing. I'm doing nothing but fiction writing. And I made a picture instead. So, yeah, that's how my week's going. Let's see how everybody else is doing. I'm joined by Brian,
Yay, me.
Tom,
Hello.
Megan,
Hello.
and Kat. And yeah, I did a picture.
Nice.
That's not writing. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
but
writing.
it's creative work. It counts.
But hey, what can I say? It's a thing. What was done. Alrighty, so now we are on Brian's screen. How is everybody doing this week?
It's been a week. It's been a busy week. A good week, but a busy week.
My brain finally found out a way to give me a bad dream.
Oh
no. And I believe everyone here will be able to relate.
Was it Care Bears?
Oh no, it's something I do have a weakness for, which is one of my pet peeves has always been pointlessness of tasks. So if do something to find out it had no effect. So I dreamt I worked on writing, and through training some AI to help me with my writing, in a day I got a lot of chapters done, only to then continue dreaming and realize those numbers are not physically possible. I have to be dreaming. I didn't do any writing and this creative effort in my dream for nothing.
Oh.
That's dirty.
Yeah, that's some dirty brain work right there.
That's some dirty brain work right there.
Yeah.
Hello, cool gamer.
Hello, cool gamer.
Hello, cool gamer. I've had a very bad brain week. I'm just gonna I have found new levels of anxiety that I did not know that I could plumb before, that I have just dove right in. My brain found a whole, I thought after all these years of PTSD and other anxiety related issues that I knew what anxiety could look like for me, and it went, hold my beer, there's more.
Rude.
Yeah.
And it's been fun. But Brian got me a new fidget that is absolutely magical. It's an Ono roller, and I am absolutely in love with it. My hand already hurts because I can't stop playing with it. The only reason I am currently not spinning it around in my hand right now, because it really does help calm me down, is that I am playing this video game. And it gets really, really cold because you can put it in the freezer. And
very cool.
Nice.
Extra added fast. Yeah, 5 minutes. It'll get
5
really
minutes.
cold. But the longer you leave it in there, the colder it will get.
Would you like this rock left where it is?
That's up to you.
Okay. We'll leave it. I can always take it out later.
But it has an added benefit because it's a roller that when I got it really cold, I was able to roll it on my painful, aching knees. And it calmed them down.
Nice.
So, multi-pass. And I'm very, very happy about that.
All right, third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
So Brian went through and did a thing that I am very unhappy about, and It's making my work a little bit harder here. Oh, Brian, if you bring me the eggs, I can get the first crop going.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, we are now sealed, hermetically sealed in here. They can't get out.
Okay.
Did you find the plastic wrap?
After a fashion. I truly despise the things that they have done to the chickens. I may have to sit back and on Blue Sky and Threads share all of the monster images Midjourney made when we were trying to come up with a thumbnail for today. It
Nice.
successfully created. I don't know if I can even say the word my brain invented for it because it's not dirty, but it sounds dirty. But I'll just put it to you this way: it's a bon mot of chicken and centaur because it made a chicken centaur. It has 2 legs, 2 wings, and 2 arms.
Oh,
It's like, what if a chicken is a centaur?
Yeah.
It's a special kind of monster. It
Right.
will live in my dreams. And that's only one of the crazy pictures that robot of hallucinations made today.
Wow.
They're truly, I mean, special is not even the word. I mean, they're just, some of them are just pure nightmare fuel.
I feel like that's how you ruin centaurs for a certain age group of girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a thing that's not nightmare fuel. My stepdad just gave me McDonald's.
Ooh, nice.
Food. Okay, I also grabbed 100 stack of seeds, so when you're ready, that can be a thing too.
Yeah, I need you to be making sure that I'm in seeds or.
Oh, there's like 400 seeds in the box.
Okay.
The garden box is almost full, so right now you're good. You don't need to worry about that. Eventually, we'll have a new garden space, and that'll be a thing. Here you go. Or you want me to just put them in one of the?
No, I'll put them in.
Okay. Eggs I missed.
Here,
Oops.
take.
And the seeds. The eggs are behind you.
Yeah, I had too much stone on me.
Ah, okay. Actually, there's a cart I threw down. Oh, I left it way the hell over there. I'll just leave the stone where it is for now. We'll fix it in post.
We'll do it live.
Oh,
wait,
no.
we are live.
I have no food. I'm being lazy. Look at that. I just left down there. I'm like, I could walk the 20 steps or take 2 through a portal.
It's you. You're going to do a portal.
Let's say, does anyone surprised at the answer?
Yeah.
Brian made a portal.
I made a portal and used it. That's what portals are there for. That's what portals and wormhole physics intended.
See, the problem with everything right now is Brian's attempt to be helpful raised the ground inside the chicken coop by about a centimeter.
Yeah, you don't catch on the logs now.
No, they are supposed to go away, and now I can't build because I have to lower everything to surface them so I can get rid of them.
I can get rid of them. I can go back and find them and get rid of them.
What you can't build on is it's a thing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now you know, and knowing is don't make me have to slap you if you do it again.
It's the difference of being a little too country and a little too rock and roll.
Oh, I have something else to trigger Charlie about.
Oh, joy.
Yes. Glory made me watch some trailers last night.
Oh
Among
no.
the
no.
trailers, there was, some new kids movies coming out. One of them being this one about ducks called, what is it ducks, do in the winter? Migrate. It's called Migration. Which, seems like an okay movie. It's from Illumination. And then they get to the city, and there is a really rough-looking pigeon. And y'all, there is yet another animated movie with Aquafina as
Oh
a really
no.
rough bird.
Why?
no. Because somebody thinks it's funny to troll people.
Like I am fairly agnostic when it comes to Aquafina. I'm not one of those people that just says a knee-jerk hatred, but like after Scuttlebutt, can we not be done with the Aquafina is a bird? Like we
And
we
believe
have
me, it
Scuttlebutt.
is everything you are worried about.
I mean, isn't Scuttlebutt already her magnum opus of this is me as bird?
Makes me wonder if somebody else like went to her and was like, "Hey, remember that thing you already did? I kind of need you to do it again."
But even more.
Hey though. But why though?
Because they told her what the scuttlebutt was about.
If you keep this up, I will wait for you to think that you're going to go to bed and then just have all of the robots in the house put Scuttlebutt on repeat.
Oh no.
Because I have really good earplugs that I use to sleep
Yeah.
at night, and you don't.
You realize that a certain someone will come for you after that because I won't be able to stop the next day. And she'll have to work through that.
Yeah, bring it on. I ain't afraid of her.
Or you'd get to collect on the insurance. I'm not sure which, but
Money. You're just saying it's the capitalist thing to do. That's all.
yeah.
That's all I heard there. It's like, do this and you make the money. Like, oh, I could make the money.
Yeah.
Money.
Isn't that what all human life is about now?
Feels that way.
It really does feel like that. I don't know.
So Charlie, how are you liking Blue Sky so far?
I'm finding it rather interesting. I think it's bizarre how many, like, it's not. I'm not like huge or anything over there, but how many people have not only followed but reacted to stuff that I've done there. It feels very alive for a social network in a way that a lot of them don't. Like even in ways Twitter didn't before the muskening.
Work out too musky.
Before the musky husky destroyed all.
Yeah.
The Muskazilla attack.
You know, I'll allow it. I am trying to get myself to the place where I am being more sociable there. What I do like is both it and Threads have a web interface, so I can. Right now, I've been writing the post on one and then copy pasting it over to the other, so that basically
Oh, that's always nice.
engage it. See what engagement is. Their difference. And right now, it's very clear. Like Blue Sky is where I am getting engagement. Like,
see, I am getting like engagement nowhere. Threads actually is probably where I'm getting the most engagement out of all the places I've been trying. Yeah, but like I also haven't really found a lot of people that I want to follow on Blue Sky, so I'm having
Yeah, I
a
was able
hard
to
time.
populate mine because there's like 5 or 6 podcasters that I listen to that are constantly going on and on and on about Blue Sky and how much they wish that everybody was on there because that's their favorite social media
Yeah.
right now. And so I was able to find them, follow them, and then go through their followers and be like, oh, look at all the people that are here.
Yeah. And I kind of did that with, there are a few like disability advocates that I follow on Blue Sky. And I went through their list looking for any names I recognized, but I didn't really, there weren't many.
And I'm hoping that this will change with time, but I did find the author community on Blue Sky to be a bit whiny for my taste. I do like that they actually have a writer feed. Like you can just go into the feeds and select writers,
Yeah.
and it shows you pretty much everything any writer that uses Blue Sky says. That's kind of nifty. That's a feature I've not seen really on things that are not Tumblr. Especially because it's not tags based.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually mining people's bios, and if you put that you're a writer, it puts you in there provisionally, or it puts you on a list to be included on there or something. But I'm enjoying that. I do, again, I want to get frustrated with whiny writers because
I mean, part of me is like, I don't know. It seems like it's, I guess it's populated with the more normal writers groups, the writer group members. Then,
yeah, it's
because I find a lot of your general writers tend to be whiny.
yeah. Actually, it's kind of like going to a con and hanging out with people in the writers' row and just listening to everybody do nothing but complain for the next 6 hours. Yeah. It very much has that. Wow, this is the one thing about writing cons I don't miss.
Yeah.
Will nobody listen to my complaints? Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Just when I just politely look over and I'm like, hey, have you ever thought about writing an op-ed piece? Which really is more of a backhanded compliment, but
It should be a marvelous article. Maybe submit it to the Atlantic because they take all the hacks.
I guess nowadays it would be more like, hey, have you tried feeding that through ChatGPT? I bet it could touch it up for you. I guess that has to be my new that'll have to be my new backhanded compliment for writers.
Hey, Brian, you haven't been saving your stuff at the cartography table.
Oh, no, I haven't. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm trying to find a patch of swamp to scout out because I have not found a crypt yet for your exploration, or for no exploration, but for digging out.
But
We don't have iron yet. Oh, here. I'm back at the cartography table. I have recorded it 3 times because it seems like sometimes if I hit record once, it doesn't add the notes, doesn't pick up the notes. But I basically went south. I see you're there. That whole patch of swamp I went through, and I didn't find any crypts.
Hi, Spence.
And then there's plains. Hi, Spence. I went north. That was where I boated to and stopped at. That's 2.5. I also ran this whole length of swamp.
yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is I found that it has a lot of the definitely not author to writing people on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's There's a certain type of complaining that happens on AuthorTube, but it's very specifically AuthorTube style.
Yeah.
AuthorTube creates its own problems. Here's why it has them.
And Tom, I'll be joining you in the exploration here soon enough.
Yeah, he's helping me speed run the finishing the chicken coop, so that
Unless you want to join me over here on the chicken coop stuff, but this is almost done. Plus, we're going to want it because we're not going to want to run through. We really want some better food for the swamp stuff. Is it more survivable?
of course you're raining. Why wouldn't you be raining? I'm only putting in fireplaces.
Yeah,
It always happens.
the best time for fireplaces.
Although my brain did just finally click in of, oh, that's right, I can just create my own. My mouth somewhere, I can just create a boat.
Yes. Hey, did you go back and update your map?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to boat down around there, that's awesome because if you go through what's that 2.5, it's not actually marked on the map yet, but you can actually destroy 2.5 and save that if you want, and boat more from there. That's kind of where I had stopped southwide.
Well, say, or I could just go to 3S and just go circumnavigate it. Let's figure out how big that is.
It's got plains and stuff, and the swamp itself is not that big. I already ran.
Yeah, that's why I was just going to go get in a boat and just go around.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
At least
Either
see
that or
how
if you
big it
just
is and
want
what
to
it looks like on the outside.
East, west, or north. I was going to go a different cardinal direction today and just go the south is done. It's done.
Well, I figured since that's about the distance we need to go for Hilder,
Yeah.
might as well check around that.
That's actually clever.
Maybe stay around that distance out.
Okay.
Yeah, we finally did our first mini boss, and it was so much fun.
It was fun. And I don't know if there's one before mountains.
Though they
Either.
very correctly spoke when they said mini boss. It's not really a dungeon.
No. I mean, you have 1 stars and stuff in there, or 2.
There were so few things inside there. Like it's not,
there wasn't a whole lot. Yeah. I mean, it's like you said.
like a regular cave has more creatures to fight in it than
sometimes, yeah. But at least a regular cave doesn't have 1 stars in it to fight. So the fights are tougher for that biome. It does match the biome at least. So the Howling Cave was mountains, and the Burnt Tower or Scarred
Tower, yeah.
Yeah, Sacred Tower, whatever. It looks cool. It's out in the middle of the plains, but it's huge.
I'm really worried what kind of felling nonsense is going to be in there.
Oh, it's going to be fouling. That's what it's going to be. Fouling. Especially if it's going to be like 1 stars. Oh, and Lord help us if it's 2 stars.
Well, see, that's my fear about the next one, because I'm wondering if one of them is 1 star and the other one's 2 star.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it did put multiples on the map.
Because I don't know if it put 2 on the map because we both went and talked to Elder, so I put 1 for each of us. Which would be weird because you only need the chest once, or
I
gave up a long time ago trying to figure out why the devs do what they do the way that they do it.
Chaos.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yes, because horse. That
Of course.
does tend to seem to be the answer.
It's not a talking horse, of course.
I don't know, given the time that they spent with it between updates when they first got it, it might be a talking horse.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that'd be kind of nifty. There we go. There,
It would
very
explain some of the
bushes.
weird updates that came afterwards too. I don't know. The horse said do it, so we did.
There, very bushes.
So, not
Okay.
related to Valheim at all. This is related to V Rising, but one of the things they added was now you can dominate the mount, and I think you're gonna love it.
Oh,
I actually don't want to spoil it because I just thought about that. I was like, no, Charlie's gonna love this. But I will tell you that it's a power that's added.
Yeah, I have not played V Rising in a little bit too long. I got a little.
It's almost an entirely new game at this point. Like
I
it's
got
the
a-
same setting, but it's very different now.
I got a little frustrated when they did Gloomrot because
They deleted everything.
not only did they delete everything, but they really, I felt, oversold those new building options that they put in. Because yeah, you can technically build up now, but not really. Like in the most technical of technical senses, like Hermes Conrad would be very, very happy with your. Yes, technically.
technically correct.
You are technically correct. You have given us new build options. Technically.
Oh, Tom, if you do happen to find more swamp, do holler out and let me know.
Okay.
I'm going to take a boat and head a different cardinal direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember when doing wood stacks, I thought I already did it for in here. I did not. All that wood that we chopped down, I was going to try to keep in here because when
Oh,
this thing needs relighting, it takes 100 wood to do the.
there is a cart.
I was just saying I was just going to keep 100 stack in here. That
Okay.
way, we always knew that there was wood in here. That way, when they get used up, if we don't have more, it's time to go chop more wood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I put all the wood down on the cart, and the cart's down on the lower level. I've completely fenced you in and spiked it up, so you're ready to go and defend it. And you're
Yeah, the chickens are aggonating right now.
sweet. I'm gonna go get on a boat. I've got my flippy floppies. I think I'm gonna start with Elder.
Spence says, "Oh my god, my dad just gave me a freaking panic attack," and then she hasn't explained why yet. So
Oh no.
I say
please explain, Spence. I am curious.
fathers are good for that.
Yeah.
Okay. I do believe all of everything is.
Spence took a 20 milligram versus the 10 she usually goes for, and then like 10 minutes later, the MFer calls, and he never calls after 7 because propriety or some reason, and he's been sick, so I instantly started freaking out, but no.
I feel these words in a way that makes me want to scream. Honestly, one of the reasons why I've not been treating my anxiety the way that I normally would, because I don't with half the phone calls I've gotten lately, I don't need the anxiety to trigger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one was the more recent one where it was stuff was happening. I answered. They called me. I've got on speakerphone, and I'm sitting there talking with them on speakerphone. So Charlie is in the background. I can hear. And after everything, they're like, "Oh, and by the way, don't tell Charlie." I was like, "Well, I won't tell Charlie." Y'all did it. And really, like,
Oh yeah, I'm the one that will get yelled at and blamed for things not getting done, but I'm not allowed to know anything
Oh,
that's going on, so
yeah.
I can't do any of the things. That way, they have an excuse to yell.
Spence
It's a very
says
clever system.
he just figured out how to activate this magical insurance gift card and is having a shopping spree and just wanted to see if we needed band-aids because he's got to spend $370 by the end of the month. Can I get you guys a blood pressure cuff? I've already got one, so I'm getting one for your sister. Do you need one?
Oh,
Blood pressure cuffs are fun to play with.
Only if it's the Omron ones with heart detect. Version 7 and 9, I think. That one will actually give you is a wrist cuff that'll actually give you accurate ones.
Is it one of those S3 cards? The OTC card, Spence?
I'm not asking this question because I'm doing anything particularly exciting, but I did share my screen, right?
Yes, you did.
It's more, did I do that thing? I think I did that thing.
Spence says, and it's just like, God damn it, Dad, you lost the absolute S when my minion called at 9 p.m. to be like, hey, you know there's a tornado, right? And yes, it is, Cat. I had to Spence had to help him set it up.
He can probably get food with that card. By the way.
Cool.
Little known fact, you can get food with those cards.
I found a kraken.
Somebody's gonna have
Considering
a
how many transactions I processed with those cards.
Looky. Okay, we're going to pull up on the left-hand side.
What was that about a
See-
duchy?
See a face, maybe. Maybe. Depends if we're lucky enough. We might get to see an eyeball.
Hmm.
Nope, I think I'm on the wrong end.
Spence says, it was awful. I don't think the process was that difficult. He just keeps all of his mail in one Ziploc bag and shakes the S out of
Oh my
it and then
God.
complains he can't find anything.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
I deal with
Our
that
family
so much. That is my job, basically, is just organizing people's paperwork.
I think you know
Yeah.
exactly how triggering your sentence was.
There it is. Oh, that's his face. There's an eyeball
Nice.
way down there. Okay, so we're
Or
at the
somebody's
front.
version of sorting their mail is literally opening it and putting it all in one basket. At least use two baskets.
I got better. I didn't just leave the mail in the mailbox anymore, but I take it and throw it into a shoebox, and
Yes.
then like every
And
6
then he
months,
hides the shoebox.
yeah, I had the shoebox, and about every 6 months, I remember to pull the shoebox out and sort it and deal with it.
Yes.
And someone's like, "But I mailed this to you," and I'm like, "This is not last millennia, folks. I don't fax, and I don't mail, and fax was all last millennia."
Spence says the envelopes go in the trash, the stuffs go in the other.
Oh my God.
Oh, he takes it out of the envelope. That's too much time.
Y'all make me want to slap somebody.
I think you're gonna like it.
Oh no! Hopefully, I have enough endurance. Oh no. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna drown. Ooh. 13 endurance
This whole
left.
thing I'm crocheting has like 5 different stitches going on. but it looks fine.
And the honey wore off. I think I got enough to make a harpoon. Mountains.
Spence says, last time I ignored mail, I lost our food stamps for 3 months, so I'm like hyper vigilant about the mail now.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I had to have them resend. There was a check. A company sent a check last year, and it took me more than 6 months to deposit the check. I had to have them resend it.
Yeah.
It was kind of bad.
Huh?
I mean, in a way, I get to feel like a hoi polloi, like these checks. Who needs
Not
money?
the way I want to
But
feel like a hoi polloi.
I actually did need the money. Need the money desperately. But yeah, like the wealthy people that don't have to bother cashing checks.
Yes, like my great aunts. Yes.
Yes, they're so wealthy they can just have checks sitting in a shoebox. And I
And
learned
when
that.
we say checks, like I remember going to Wanda's once, and there was a candy dish filled with like $10,000 checks.
Oh yeah, and nowadays they won't cash that after a certain period of time.
And she was just like, I don't need the money, so why go through the bother of going to the bank? I'm like,
I tried. I even tried. I was like, just deposit it in my account. If it doesn't clear, I understand penalties. I just didn't feel like dealing with it. And they're like, no, we can't do that. And I'm like, it's a giant company. The check's going to clear. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that's as certain as it used to be.
Maybe not. I really want to shoot the troll, but he's going to sink my boat if I do. I learned that the hard way. I did that once. It was funny, and then it wasn't because the troll came out, sank the boat, and we drowned. Well, I don't know if the troll smashed us and killed us or we drowned, but either way,
You got us killed.
water combat is difficult, and it's even harder when you have a troll trying to smash you.
Yes.
It's just, it was a lot of death.
And I'm not in the boat, so I don't care what you do.
Well, yeah, and at the time I happened to have a second person in the boat, so it wasn't just my death.
No, it wasn't.
But you can't guess who it was. The mystery will never be solved.
I'm very good at not showing my bitterness.
I think boating south would have been the smarter path because I'm going into the winds. Unless, Tom, you have headwinds too and you're boating south. And then it's just the seas.
Yep.
It's like we ate devil fruit and the seas don't like us anymore. I didn't eat devil.
Everybody brace yourselves. We've watched the live action One Piece twice, so Brian's going to be quoting it a lot.
Yeah, it might have to be my new battle cry. Gum stab. Gum smash. And I get hit him with the hammer.
The eggs are finally hatching. All 3 eggs have finally hatched. We now have.
That is some ridiculous mountains. Wow. I found mountains.
All I found was more
Montagna.
plains
Yeah,
and a lot of black forest. Where is the swamp? This is weird.
it is, isn't it? That's why I was like, the south is done. I'm done with it. I'm going north.
I think you mispronounced that. The proper pronunciation is I got a rock.
Yeah. Which, granted, if you could sneak in there and grab some cloudberries, that'd be awesome.
Spence says, I am really enjoying the One Piece show.
It
Very
is
good.
Very good. Oh,
I'm looking at it as the Trojan horse because, I can find the dark side of everything because what it's doing is secretly trying to get my hopes up that the live action Avatar series will be good. And I am not allowing that to happen. Who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
I will be right back.
I'm not letting One Piece trick me into thinking that it will be good when it will probably just exist. Right?
It's true. I hold out no hopes.
I'm almost halfway done with this, I think. As
How in the
long as
world
it
is
is
this
a hero
playing?
card holder.
Everything is planes now.
Oh, I spy a little bit of
Did
swamp.
you not read-
I see swamp trees.
Did you not read the latest patch notes? Everything's plains. There's only one biome left. It's all plains.
It's all planes. And of course it's foggy. Sometimes some planes are higher elevation with snow on them, and some planes are lower elevation with zombie monsters in them.
But they all have
So-
death mosquitoes
They
now.
go, blah.
Because see, what happened was the mosquitoes and the cicadas have made a pact with each other.
I'm hoping I'll make the blast sound just as Carrie signs in. So it should be like, what? Jump. Uh,
I've been doing.
How is there mountains on the ground?
Yeah, that's a messed up procedural generation right there.
whew, you sound like
There is
really-
literally swamp next to tundra at the
Sounds
ocean.
alright.
Is Darmok and Shalad there?
Yeah, thank you. Right? Hey, I think I'm heading towards swamp. Maybe it's either swamp or it's just wishful thinking. I think it's wishful thinking.
It's a pretty nice guy, though.
Yeah, it is. That one's a rock.
Oh, I should probably load up my V
Wait, wait,
Rising. All my people should be back with their
Yeah, we're
stuff.
gonna zoom way out so we can.
Oh, is it actually counting when you're not logged
Yeah.
in now?
So it's counting the servants when you're not logged in. But like the Castle Heart, I believe is not. Thankfully.
Well, that would suck. But
That would suck, but I
It
would.
was so obnoxious because they're like, I'm sending the servants out to do something that'll take 24 hours, and the timer only counts while you're playing the game.
Yeah, it's in game time, so it's also like, what's the point in the server? Because I might as well just do it myself instead of
Yeah.
waiting.
Honestly, I can slaughter mobs quicker than a servant.
Yeah,
The basic idea of even having a servant is so that it can do things while you do other things.
yeah, I
Like,
can do the
not play
mundane
the game.
tasks. Nice.
Check
So
that.
troll
Make sure it
cave.
actually did what it was supposed
That's
to
troll
do. V Rising. While it's loading, I will continue my crochet. Continue.
Oh, I hit something. Okay. Getting a little too close.
I wonder if it hits to the thing as well where the rat dude is easier to fight.
Oh no!
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I now have cucumbers and vinegar.
Nice.
Is it rice vinegar or just regular vinegar? Or apple
So-
cider vinegar?
Not yet, Pickles.
It's a mix of red wine vinegar and balsamic.
Okay.
Usually I use white wine vinegar, but we didn't really, or white vinegar, but
That's why I asked if it was
this
like,
works.
rice vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
That can be pretty tasty too.
Yeah.
but balsamic and red wine would be a good one.
See, yes, they are back. Did not need these books, but I guess I'll just turn them into stuff.
Yeah. Hey, they brought books though.
Spence says, "Oh, before the gummy bear kicks in, Charlie and Brian, since you've also seen the live action One Piece, Zoro is so in love with Luffy, right?"
I'm kind of hoping,
Yeah.
and also because of lots of pages and anime supercuts, I have all kinds of feels about Sanji.
Spence says, "I keep saying that to Noah, but I'm really high when I do, so I can't tell if he's actually agreeing or if he's just patronizing me."
I look. My theory of One Piece is and will always be that it is the gayest anime and manga ever made by a straight man.
It's a pretty horsey.
And I just am really worried about a character that should be introduced to the not too distant future and how they're going to handle
Yeah.
that particular Japanese subculture in translating it into a more Western
Their
idiom.
devil fruit ability.
Yeah, because I mean, their devil fruit ability trains as people. It flips whatever your gender
They
is.
basically have
The
the Frankenfurter.
And yeah, the character
No,
design
the
was
transducer,
inspired by
that's what it
Frankenfurter.
is. Yeah, the
Well, no, even the character design was inspired by Frankenfurter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Large feather boa, stockings, the whole 9 yards. It's like, what if Freddie Mercury played Frankenfurter, the anime?
Stop getting my boat.
I need. I was lucky one day.
Oh, Tom,
Spence
while you're out
says-
there. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you continue and then I'll say it.
Spence says,
Spence is on a clock.
"Yes, okay, it's like the second gayest pirate show ever made, and I haven't even seen Our Flag Means Death yet."
oh, that's,
Season 2 is coming up. And
oh, I can't wait.
see, I don't know how historically accurate Our Flag Means Death is going to be, because it is oddly historically
Season
accurate.
1 is oddly historically accurate, and it's so preposterous. And that's what's great about it. Is I'm watching this, going, this whole thing is ridiculous. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Then come to find out, like, no, this is actually historically accurate. I'm just like, oh my gosh, life is crazier than what I
Yes,
thought was fiction.
because I am slightly obsessed with the Pirate Age,
Yeah.
and I was familiar with all of the pirates that it introduced, and I know what historically happens to all of them, and how, and kind of when. And so I'm wondering what they're going to do for the show. You know what I'm saying? Like how accurate will show be to that history? Because they took like 5 historical pirates and mixed them together into some of the characters.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh.
they're already playing loose with
Serpent. Sea serpent, and I'm in a rinky dinky boat. This is gonna be fun.
I think
Yeah.
the gummy bear is kicking in. If I disappear, it's because I've decided that I need to protect whatever little dignity I have left. And I'm definitely going to get higher than I was in Chicago.
But
I'm so dead.
I do want to warn you though, Our Flag Means Death is adorably cute, like heartbreakingly, like it's like Heartstoppers for adults with pirates. can't believe that sentence came out of my mouth and is actually probably the best way to describe the show.
It's
Yeah.
how you dodge a sea. Oh, there's a sea serpent. In case you're all wondering what it looks like, that's it eating a chunk
Oh, it's
out of
pretty.
the boat. It's pretty.
Let it destroy you.
Oh yeah, it's totally. It could totally outswim me right now. I'm kind of afraid that it's going to eat my boat, which it will in a couple more chomps. But I'm also afraid it's going to try to eat me out of the back of it, because every now and then it'll bite hard enough to actually be able to get you.
Why don't you just go to shore and fight it?
And that's what I'm doing right now.
I need a bigger forge.
I think it ran away from me.
No clue what I'm talking about.
So the question is, now that the chicken coop is done, what is my next build project?
Where did it go? It ran away at sunrise. And that's how much health was left in the boat.
Wow.
It almost got me.
Did it swim off already?
Yeah, it swam off. It
Listen to that disappointment.
Spence
I-
said,
wanted to kill it.
Tee Brian said, eat me out. That's what she said.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey, not to be a side screen, but that one's scary big.
over.
I ran away from it. Okay, I'll stop. Don't you can get me started again. And I say again because I was already doing that earlier, but that was like pre-show stuff. Before the live audience. Okay, so since I got attacked by a serpent trying to go to that shore, I feel like I must go to the other shore. I know there's another shore over here. Oh, hey! Another kraken.
Ooh.
I'll take that. And this time I'm going to be smart and aim my ladder towards it. Oh, and the fog's thick, too. There's all your favorite sea elements, Charlie. The fog got really thick and visibility went away, and the luckily I saw the serpent coming out of the water before everything turned really rough.
Yeah, it gets really frustrating when it gets dark and nasty like that.
Because it was night and fog and serpent and Barnacle Cleaning Service here to help our local kraken. Oh yeah, that's right, Tom. I was going to tell you about the cursed map. So, speaking of cursed map, on the Charlie and my server, or our joint game, I was looking for a path to Modor. We found them, had his location shown,
Hmm.
and I was trying to get to him. So we landed in some there was some plains, but there was black forest. So we landed in the black forest. We built ourselves a nice little fort, and I was like, okay, I got a foothold. I'm going to take off towards Modor, and ran along the edge of the plains. And I was like, wow, it's getting really foggy for some weird reason. I don't remember getting this foggy this far inland. And thankfully, I stopped for a moment to think about what I was saying, because just then I got close up on the map. It showed that was Mistlands. I was like, oh, heck no. I am not playing with Mistlands right now. There's no way I'm even going to get close. Like, I did not want. There it goes. Oh, I think that's its eyeballs, maybe. Yeah, there was no way I was going to mess with that noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to scooch around, and that didn't work. So I went back, got in the boat, went up the shoreline further, because I thought, well, there's mountains. There's another patch of like swamp and then mountains, so maybe I can just run the mountain ridge all the way down. And so I went through the swamp, got up into the mountains, ran the mountain ridge partway down, and then it connects back into plains. And I was thinking, well, maybe I could cross this little gap of plains and get back in the mountains and get a foothold that way. No, after the gap of plains was a bit um, of mistlands again. So I was like, okay, that one is not going to be where we're going to fight Modor. And thankfully, they give 2 different spots on the map. Oh, I just found a massive patch of swamp. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That map really wanted to destroy us all.
the north part was all just so much plains and then mistlands, and I was like, this would be great later, but not right now. No way. And so I went to the opposite side. I basically went to the south end because that was kind of northeast, and so I went to the southwest and started exploring down there in the mountains, and then found another map location to Modor, and it showed me one that was down in the south actually. It was actually not too far from where it was. And I also found a path to the Howling Caverns. But
So every time I hear Destroy Us All, my brain immediately starts playing from Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, the scene where Billy is just, just destroy us all! Just destroy us all! Like, for a continuous several minutes. I'm like, this whole scene is literally playing in my head.
there's a lot of swamp.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Right?
I see Swamp Tower. Thankfully, it's daylight. I'm looking to see if I can find a crypt from the boat. I might be able to just run up and claim.
I could use an actual measuring tape, but no, I'm using my keyboard.
So, Tom, if you want to come up this way, it's a huge patch of swamp to explore. I can put down a portal when you're ready.
Okay. Give me just a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm hoping, honestly, I'm kind of hoping to spot a crypt from the boat and then go claim it. But I thought if you wanted, we could run together. Oh, no. Stupid fog. I might just sit here in the boat. Oh, no. I can't do this. I need visibility. Darn you. And of course, it says plains. It's swamp, but it says plains. And it's all foggy.
It's out to kill you.
So I'm just going to kind of drift here. We're so slowly.
Spence says, I have soup and cake.
Yay!
Soup is like all I've wanted lately. It's really, I'm just becoming that old lady really quickly.
It is
Like,
fall.
Lori has thought about doing a cookbook that's called Everything is Soup. How to make soup versions of everything, including pizza.
Maybe we should soupify this.
Pizza soup?
Yeah,
I've had
Interesting.
basically it's minestrone.
yeah.
Is kind of like pizza soup, except for you just modify it slightly. Go with a spicier something to represent more of a pepperoni. Because most people, when they think pizza, they think pepperoni. So
That's how you do pepperoni and sausage bits.
yeah,
The one and only time I've had anything that was called a pizza soup, it was like what if minestrone were a dumpling soup?
Interesting.
Or like to do the crusty flavor, the flour bits.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem with that is that I tend to agree with Sanji from One Piece and like, wow, it had way too much oregano in it.
oregano's for monsters.
Oregano's for monsters. Like
Spence says tonight's soup is medicine chicken. Spence also says I've had pizza soup, tomato soup with basil, pepperoni, and with the mozzarella grilled cheese sandwich.
See, once
All
upon a
this
time,
food talk is making me hungry.
once upon a time when Bryant and I were on better speaking terms with each other, he used to make tomato soup. And all I can figure is that I have done something to rightly and truly offend him and have been banished from the tomato soup.
Aw. Not the tomato soup. I love tomato soup. It's one of my favorite. I was at church once and they had tomato soup and it was kind of minty and it tasted really, really delicious. Yeah. And I've never been able to recreate it again. And I want it again because it was really good.
I could see if you had the right mint how that would mix with tomato well.
I see a crypt.
It makes me wonder if that's an Iranian soup because while I am not like an expert in Iranian food, growing up, one of my best friends was from Iran, and so and you could not go to his house without eating something, or his mother would cry. She must show the hospitality, and if she's not feeding all the children in the neighborhood, is she hospitable? And almost every dish that she made had mint in it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And while I can't think of a particular like minty tomato soup, I can think of several things that she made that had both mint and tomatoes in them.
I found a crypt.
Oh, nice. I got chitin.
Oh yeah, me too.
I know what is up with the McDonald's workers at my McDonald's because they actually like properly put the chicken nuggets in the container, like in rows.
Oh.
Must be new.
This is like the third time I've gotten nuggets like this from there.
Okay, wish me luck because there is. Tom, I'm taking the blank space right now because I don't know what to do. I've got a brown oozer that I need to take care of.
But she also introduced me to asafoetida, which was a thing that I was not able to pronounce for many years after that because my brain still does not want to say all of the syllables properly to say asafoetida.
Yeah.
But what's very good food. That's one of the best things about my youth is because where we grew up, like every one of my friends was either they or their family were from a different country. So I got to try all the world's cuisines. And I am not mad about it. But also that's why Korean food tastes like home to me because I was always over at my Korean friend's house.
Nice.
So it got burned into my brain at a very young age of like, this is what comfort food tastes like.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was close. That was too darn close. Yes, I'm killing with crafting.
Of
It
course.
is the best weapon now.
It is the best weapon. Combat crafting. Look at that 1-star Draugr and an Oozer. Because I don't want to get close to that Oozer, and I don't have nearly enough arrows or firepower to deal with him. There we go.
See, now that Brian has fallen in love with combat crafting, I want to get everything set up so that he can play Final Fantasy X again, because I want to see him play Riku and her combat crafting. Because I bet he would have a very different experience of playing her now.
Probably. I pinned the other blob. Whoa, look at it go!
Whoa.
It just rode the spike wave. It's as painful as one could imagine. Yeah, I had a whole series of spikes, and it finally moved far enough forward to fall into the first of the spikes, and it just got itself ejected all the way across the length of the whole thing. Oh, whoops! I need that table. I can't dismantle the other thing. I can go back and fix this and make it right. Well, right. Make it the way I like to make it. Okay, so I can do this as B temp.
Spence says, I can't decide how I feel about adding the beans to the medicine chicken. I'll have to play with it more, I think.
Beans?
Yes, beans.
Beans. What the?
I can confirm with all of my being that beans really are old people food. I hated them when I was younger,
But they're magical
and I
now.
can't get enough of them now.
And not just because they make me chew. They're just magical. Okay, Tom, it is there.
Pain,
Okay.
so I can't eat them.
Mm.
The
I'm
first
going to
question,
do.
it is B temp. I figured you'll probably want to come back and get yourself situated, or at least land and make a portal wherever you land. Oh, you're
Yeah.
almost back to Elkfear. So you can either head north to Elkfear or south to Southland. Both of those.
I was going to get to
portals are-
Elkfear.
Okay.
Just take the.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we left the portal there.
Yeah, there's a portal there. And we can make a harpoon real quick. So I think that'll be handy to have just sitting on the wall, ready and waiting.
In the realm of playing the game of, can anybody guess what song Charlie's listening to? I have to say, one of the greatest joys of life is the way David Bowie says boogie. Boogie.
Boogie.
Like, David.
There it is. It's a harpoon.
I
Fine
really
wood
just
and leather.
Did you watch The First We Feast with InSync?
I have not. I
It is surprisingly good.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And they
have
do
been
ask
so-
the main questions.
I'm
Spence
not
says,
really-
I'm very easily influenced, and I've been watching a lot of Vosh lately, and he's very obsessed with rice and beans, and medicine chicken is served with rice. So I hucked a can of red beans in the. I think that means chucked. Chucked a can of red beans in the pot.
Nice. Red beans. So,
Yeah.
Tom, I was thinking if you like, I can join you on this. I'll join you in this first one, and we can just both double hammer every
Okay.
time and literally smash it real fast.
There's no portal at Elkfear.
There's no what?
Couldn't find the portal at Elkfear. I'm just traversing.
Oh, okay.
I'm running home.
You're gonna hoof it.
I can't with Vouch anymore. He is way too free with the R slur for my. Like I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't anymore. Plus, I don't think he does anymore. But he also used to say the N word way too much for my liking,
There we go.
which is like any.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you're a white dude with a beard, you're old enough to know
No.
better.
Yeah.
I like to think that children should know better too, but children are stupid. I was a child. I remember being stupid. To give certain latitude to dumb kids being dumb, but you're a grown man with a beard.
Yeah.
Big man with the beard. Sorry, I have a little.
Spence says, I have not heard him say the N word, but I've also not gone back past the last year.
Maybe this will be my reward for Nano.
How is your stag breaker, Tom?
I don't have one right now.
Did you want to craft one? It's
No, I
going to
haven't
be
made one.
Corewood, deer trophies, and I could always give you mine if you want.
I can make one real quick. Is that a
I'm going
good
to
word?
grab some honey real fast.
It says deer trophy,
Deer
wood.
trophy, Corewood, and leather. I think it's leather scraps. Just have to double check that. It's made at the workbench.
Mhm.
Because it, as much as I love the iron big boom boom hammer, unless we get lucky, it's going to be a while before we find one.
Yeah, it's
And I thought
scraps.
it is scrap. Leather scraps should be right here to your.
I got
right.
it.
Sweet.
Yeah, but to make the iron one, you have to have an elite
Yeah.
driver trophy.
That's why
Not a
it's gonna
1-star, not a 2-star, but an elite.
be an elite. And yeah, those elite drugger trophies. Elite druggers are a tough fight to start with, and they don't drop. The trophies they're very rare drop. So it's
Well,
very
and elite draugrs are rare spawn.
rare. Yeah, rarer. Unfortunately, still tend to find quite a few of those darn guys.
In a great ode that is my musical taste, I love it when King Diamond randomly comes on.
We don't have enough deer leather, do we?
That reminds me. So yesterday, whenever I was in the Discord and the internet cut out when I was asking you about the podcast, and so I never heard your response. So I have no idea what your thoughts were.
I'm actually pretty excited about that. I like the idea of doing it. I have to look through and see how everything works now because
Everything's
Spotify
changed. Yeah.
Spotify bought Anchor, and I think it's still possible to do it the way we were wanting to do it,
Mhm.
but I need to double check with that because I have not kept up with a lot of the changes that they made since Spotify bought them.
Mhm.
Well, Spotify bought them a long time ago, but they officially rolled them into Spotify now, so it's now podcast.
You ready? I grabbed the key.
Okay, you got the key.
I've got the key. Yeah. Did you get your?
I got a stag breaker.
Okay. I'm not going to pull Stag Breaker out quite yet, but I have a key. It's B temp, so we're going right there.
My biggest concern right now, just about anything, is in making commitments to do just about anything is
I'll
my
look
brain
down and build. Sorry.
My brain has been highly unreliable, like my husband letting me talk. Anyway, you were saying.
I'm trying to coordinate battle strategy because right now it's night and death is all around us, but I'm also trying not to interrupt, and I'm just not good at it right now. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Close the door. Okay.
Well, like I was trying to say whenever it was.
Yes.
Oh, is that a caribou?
Yes,
It is
she's
a
loading.
caribou.
Ready, pen? Let's go. We're gonna unlock the door here.
But since I'm moving, I will need
Yeah.
some time to
There.
get settled and stuff. So that gives
So my
you
camera.
some time to do all the things and whatnot and see. But yeah,
Oh, lucky
I,
us.
I'm back to doing the things that I know that help my mental health. That, like all human beings, I'm like, I'm doing really well. I can let my ADHD kick in and forget about all of these things that I should be doing to help my mental health.
hmm
So, like, I am now meditating regularly again, which is very, very good for my brain.
yeah.
And doing other things to take care of my brain. So things should be getting better.
I don't see
But-
anything in there. You want me to jump through? It's clear. I'm stuck. There.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, cat.
Remember, always to the right.
Oh, since Ben's in the chat. Charlie, did you ask her about the bagpipes?
No.
Like the bagpipes from our game bagpipes or different bagpipes?
From our game
Oh,
bagpipes.
watch out. Oh, here we'll use hammer on him.
We were talking about bagpipes last week since the Ren Fair theme was Highland Weekend.
Here.
And I told Charlie that they've got to ask
Here, now we both can fit
Haley
in.
about the bagpipes in her game.
Yeah, because she threatened me with Scottish bagpipes. And had a very visceral reaction.
Come closer, Draugr.
I guess is where I could play that really weird card that, like, I'm part Scottish, so I'm allowed to make fun of them. But, you know.
Spence shouts, I gave Chloe bagpipes made of bones that literally strike fear into anyone who hears them.
They're not just made of bone. They're also made of like flesh. They're terrifying.
And like intestines.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
they're made of a human body.
Wait. Here, I'm going to check over here and make sure
So they're
this
like
is
true
clear.
Scottish bagpipes.
Okay, that's safe.
Viscera and terror.
Is there anything coming up behind us?
And then Chloe played them for, was it a leash?
For a lich, yeah.
For a lich?
A lich. And he
Mhm.
enjoyed them.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I want."
Tell me more. I'll make notes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Safe.
When Veronica got a necklace of fireballs, which is apparently a real item, not a homebrew.
This is hilarious.
So after spending more time playing around with Obsidian for making websites, I am thoroughly in love. Like, I really, really liked it before, but now, like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
there's
this.
the thing.
And I've already started setting up to do one of my projects with it.
Nice.
Because it being able to make it, I don't know how to say this, because of the unique architecture of my brain, Obsidian lets me mirror that and make it work for me.
Mhm.
Like, I have published so much stuff on the one site that I am currently putting out. So if anybody's interested in any of my uh,
I'll be-
spiritual poem
I'll
poetry.
be right back, Tom. I'm going to go run the iron I have. If you want to throw it on me,
Okay,
I'll
yeah, I
run
got
that
like
back.
2 or 3 pieces.
Then Charlie's going to want this desperately. At least one piece. Okay.
Continue.
Well, I'll catch back up in a little bit.
I have put more of my writing online in the last week than I have in years.
Nice.
And some of it stuff that was previously written, a lot of it, large chunks of it, are things that I was writing just to clear my brain on certain topics.
Mm-hmm.
And it literally feels like when I was a kid playing in a notebook.
Yeah.
But it is a publishing.
Very nice.
Nice.
I'm not entirely thrilled with the way they have it with the setup process. Setup process is let's just say they had a thing in mind and they are sticking to it. Like, this is how we're doing it. You do it this way or it just won't work.
Oh man.
And it is mildly frustrating, but it wasn't hard to do once I just bit the bullet and went, fine, I'll follow your instructions. I hate your instructions, but I will do them.
Begrudgingly comply.
Yeah, it's very much begrudging compliance because the only service that they work with is you have to proxy your domain through Cloudflare. And I don't really have a problem with that, but I didn't want to set up an account. But apparently the proxy service is free.
Yeah, Cloudflare basic stuff they do that for free.
Yeah. So once I got that set up, it wasn't as obnoxious as I thought it was going to be. Can I just say, I have ABBA's SOS going through my head, and watching you killing a Grey Dwarf SOS kind of gives it
Wait till you see the next move. It's spectacular.
kind of.
There.
There's
And
part of me wondering if I can sync it up using the shorts with music feature.
yeah. I like that there's a delay because I can do a thing and then look over and watch it happen again. Sorry. Like, that was a cool jump slash thing.
Yeah, that weird poster that I shared at the very beginning of the stream, that's actually the cover for the game book for the setting that I'm going to be putting up as. It's going to exist on both World Anvil and as a website of its own. But my fiction will be able to go up quicker on the one than the other.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if my fiction's going to be on the other. So some of it will eventually make it over to the Substack.
Next.
But my goal with this year was to find ways to make creativity fun again.
Mm.
And I feel like I'm succeeding in that. So I mean, I know I've been doing well enough that I have started getting requests from people to explain how that they can get everything that I'm doing. Like, explain to me where all of this stuff is. How get all. Because people have started realizing they're missing things. So that feels good.
I've been contemplating getting a Sage membership for World Anvil, like sometime after the new year.
I
'Cause
like
that's the
my
only one, and that's the only one that has to be an annual membership, right?
Yes. They are, if you have the money, it's considerably more, but they do have open lifetime memberships for Sage again, which means you only have to pay it once and you are always a Sage.
Mm.
But it is considerably more. Like, I think you might prefer a new computer instead, but
Yeah. I mean, I kind of need a new computer, but
I'm just saying it's kind of like either or at the price for the lifetime. But
okay, I
yeah.
get it now.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact number, and I don't want to say the wrong number. That's why I'm not saying it.
I can go tell you. I
But-
just opened up World Anvil. Give me a second.
Because that was really the fight with me is I don't want to get rid of my Sage membership, and it's because of the other benefits that come with Sage. I've attended.
Lifetime Sage is 1,350.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that is almost the price point that Josh came up with for my. Yeah,
But then that's never having to pay for Sage again. You know,
truth.
That's a one and done.
it's a one time, one and done. And the few lifetime memberships that I have bought for things have been well worth it. But I don't. That's not in my contemplation realm right now. But the Sage seminars are really nice. They've been very helpful. I've attended quite a few of them.
They also upload them afterwards to YouTube on a private playlist. So if you're a Sage member, you get access to them.
Yep.
As well.
Nice.
Also, now you can submit your work to your, like when you have a book coming out, they have a special contact form just for Sage members so that Janet and the team can shout you out on their live streams and social media.
Very nice.
That's huge. Also, the tokens that you can get to do broadcast shout outs onto everyone's dashboard in World Anvil, you earn more if you're a Sage member. You get considerably more. And since I haven't used them, I've got like 70,000 of them just sitting there. And it's like
the Anvil coins?
Yeah.
I've
Because
got
it's like 500 tokens to do a shout out so that it appears on everyone's dashboard.
Enjoy. Come closer.
I died.
also
You can
using
put
the
that back.
Anvil
Oh, no.
coin, you can
Tom, I'll help
suggest
you get your
info
body.
on
I just died right at the
features
door.
within-
Oh, okay.
You're gonna
Sorry.
have to
Need
repeat
to
that.
run back
Sorry,
to
Kat.
the house real quick.
You're fine. I was saying you can like suggest and vote on the features, which is what I just opened up because I have over 11,000. And I have actually voted before, but
Yeah,
like
I've-
normally I'll just go and binge vote.
Yeah. So, I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying that Sage is not worth it. I would not at all. I'm in fact keeping my Sage membership.
Yeah, I was considering it because I was gonna also put my Adventures of Thera story up there and like have it available for the crowdfundy stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at Sage. Me, my Sage membership is now a marketing budget thing because being off the network, I get a lot of views just from people browsing Orlando. And occasionally get like random like, why is somebody liking that post? Oh, I guess they just happened to find it. Yeah.
Yeah, I really need to. I should get back onto Substack. I have not touched it since before Chicago, and so the only thing that has been going up on there has been that story, as I'm trying to get the last half written of the sequel.
Are you back, Tom, or no?
I'm looking for B temp. Where is B temp? How with the other temps?
I killed him.
Yeah, I think Sage is a wonderful thing if you can.
Well, shoot, 1 star.
I never
I don't know
noticed
if I'll be able to help you with
any
this.
page views on my World Anvil account.
Yeah,
I have
it's
like 5.06K page views. I'm like, what?
yeah.
Dude.
It is better than Google at getting people to see your content. And
I'm so terrible about being. One of the things I want to work on
Okay,
is actually.
guys, sorry, we're going to be talking for a minute because we got to coordinate this.
Sorry.
Give me just a sec. I'll just grab my stuff real quick.
He's right at the door, and he's a one-shot kill. Try it. Hopefully, you can grab your stuff, turn around, and get out. Oh, good.
I know how to run.
Nice. He wasn't right there. I mean,
Yeah.
These are archers.
Well, he had wandered off a little bit, so he showed up.
And just stab him like crazy. We might be able to take him out before he kills both of us.
Let me charge up with a little bit of food first.
Yeah, same here. I kind of.
Ooh, did I just hear what I think I heard?
Was there a boop?
I'm in non-upgraded armor.
I think they're laying. Are they laying eggs? I think they might be laying eggs.
Oh, good. Because I have shitty armor too right now. Like I didn't even get to upgrade my armor. Well, I did upgrade some. I don't know.
Or at least you're at least doing the first half of the making of babies.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
1, 2, 3.
I put up the appropriate banner.
Behind you, Archer. Let me run to the other side. How did they get out?
They're generating from somewhere over here.
Oh no. Oh, there he is. Oh gosh. I gotta stay back. His swing is killing me. There it is. I got it. Got the pile.
I mean, I almost hate to be pedantic, but isn't that the point of them? Is to swing and kill you?
I mean, you're right.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any more
There's
iron I
bone
can
mass.
take back? Ooh. Might as well get that. Whoa, that's way out there. Okay.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's hella far.
Do you have any iron you want to throw on me, or?
Yeah. Actually, I need to go too. I need to repair my stag breaker.
And we'll go back and. So I'm hoping to. I wasn't going to upgrade it yet, but even just the basic, because is your copper upgraded, or is your copper armor? Yeah. So you should probably have a much higher armor than I do.
Yeah. It's been
I have 30 in total.
Wait, can you travel with iron now?
Yeah.
It's one of the features you can turn on.
Yeah.
You can customize your server.
Thank the Lord.
Right?
Yeah.
No more having to do ore runs.
Yeah, the two basic things that we changed. It basically has a much more V-Rising like.
Please tax. See that? Sorry, I wanted to show off my
It's-
specs.
It's not it doesn't have like everything that V-Rising has in it for customizing, but it's that style of server setup now,
Oh, nice.
and you can even do it to pre-existing servers.
Ooh, V-Rise and get on that one.
Yeah.
Because I am trying to fine tooth comb my V-Rising server settings so that when I quit killing the people I keep trying to dominate. Literally, I was killing everybody. It's like, I can't complete this quest because I keep killing everybody. So I've been trying to like fine tooth it, but I also like I still want to fight the beginning bosses, but I want them to be easier to fight so I can build up all my basic stuff first because I'm like, I've already fought all these people before. I don't at this moment. I just want it to be easier there. And then once you get to like higher level bosses, it's like, oh gosh, you could kill me. Situations. But I'm trying to fine tooth settings.
Ooh, 2 more I can get.
I love that you have a cart just in the middle of that room.
Yeah, now that they don't require materials to build, this is the other thing that we did is we zeroed out material cost. Everything is infinite build now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Fun.
You still have to find the materials. We didn't do the mass unlock.
Yeah, because
But
I think
also,
it's-
there's plenty of people who just like building and stuff.
Yeah,
Can build.
like me.
like Charlie.
Yeah. You are exactly who I was
Oh
thinking.
my goodness.
As long as you don't
Which
do
one
what I
keeps
did
it?
and have a soul nest somewhere nearby that I
Which
have
one
yet to
keeps-
find on my one game.
This is half my armor. Oh my.
Okay, I see eggs. I repeat, I see eggs.
Yay.
Whoa.
Initial eggening has begun. Yeah, as I was saying, like, if for anyone who can afford and is really in wanting to invest in something like that, I think World Anvil is so worth the cost.
Yeah.
Um,
I hit it when there was a deal, so I only pay half the price every year. For the yearly Sage.
and we all pray that that deal comes back.
Yeah.
But it's
Hold on. Okay.
a lot of it is how you were conceiving of these tools and how you were actually going to use them. That is the,
Don't be a me and pay for a thing and then not use it. Which reminds me, I should figure out when this is due so I can make sure my bank account has plenty of money in it.
what bank accounts are supposed to have money in them.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That sounds like
No wonder I have to pay my rent. Ooh, November 8th. Got it.
Okay. Yes. Oh yeah, we have to upgrade that. I got to get a chain to do that.
Should be fine.
Okay. I'm on my way.
Haven't we gotten some chain?
Nope. I got to kill the wraith. We have found a wraith. It killed me very quickly. I'm on deer meat, deer jerky, and honey for food, and I had less than 30 armor.
it's going to be a little bit until I have cookable chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
because we only have 3 eggs to start with, and I need to build up a breeding population.
Yeah, I figured you got to get that.
Yeah, I kind of figured out how many eggs we can expect out of a population. And, farms lay up this size, they're only going to lay between 6 and 12 eggs a day, no matter how many chickens there are.
Rude.
I have played around with the chickens a lot. So
You get very serious about your chickens and games.
Oh, thank you. We're going to want that.
One day I will probably have real chickens.
Okay.
It has been a dream of mine since I was a child.
Charlie, there is 2 chapters of my fanfic I need you to read because there's a chicken in it now. Like, Josie has an emotional support chicken.
The last spate of massive public fanfic that I ever wrote was when Legend of the Seeker was on. I may have written fan fiction for Zed's chicken. Because and it didn't go the way anybody expected, and I got a lot of compliments because the opening line of the first story was, "Why is he always naked?" And it didn't get very broken and cursed after that. And people were very happy with that.
That's the point. Got him.
On the ship. Somebody just knocked something down near me.
Not I. Not us. I don't know if Carrie's signed in.
Oh, wait. One of the spikes died.
Oh, okay. Like that or something.
I heard one of the spikes died.
No, I didn't want to fight with it tonight.
Okay. What, you don't want to muck around in the swamp?
I heard that wood breaking deconstruction sound right next to where I was standing, but then I heard the poof of a critter. And when I walked outside, one of the spike strips was missing.
Oh, that thingy. Yeah, I'll play with that way.
As I am sitting here with fighting a shaman, probably about to be killed by one. Oh, I got him. In the moonlight in this game, while Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd is playing in the background. All I can do is laugh at how stupid people are nowadays, complaining about how Pink Floyd went woke because Dark Side of the Moon now has a rainbow on the cover.
But it always had a...
Oh, you did it.
I'm just going to not.
Yes, it always had a rainbow on the cover. That's like the one Pink Floyd fact most people knew. It's the cover of Dark
One
Side
of the
of the
most
Moon.
famous pieces of cover ever.
Ever, yeah.
Okay.
Because when they released their whatever year anniversary edition of it, people were like, "I can't believe Floyd went woke. Never listening to them again. How dare they put a rainbow?"
Obviously, you never listened to them before.
Right? One, you really don't know any of their lyrics, do you? Because
Do you want to jump through first?
Yeah.
we can debate how well it accomplished its mission, but
Can you fit through?
Hold on, I
the wall is
accidentally
essentially just anti-fascist
pushed the
propaganda.
wrong buttons.
Here, let me. Now you should be able to hop through. Jump.
It's safe. But yeah, I just laughed the entire time because anyone who says they like Pink Floyd and is not familiar with the rainbow in Pink Floyd, it's like,
Yeah, it's
you are the reason we invented the term poser.
yeah,
Okay.
100%.
It's safe.
Manufactured outrage.
I did also rather enjoy when was it last week? The last couple of weeks, Fox News tried to stir up controversy about how Queen has gone woke. And first of all, let's just pause for a minute and just laugh at the idea of, Queen being a conservative band.
Yeah.
But what I got really mad at is apparently the Fat Bottom Girls was taken off of a greatest hits album. And how dare they? You can't even have songs like Fat Bottom Girls, da 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 da. It was Queen Classic for Kids was the name of the album. And they took off all of the songs that had sexually provocative lyrics in them.
You're right.
Yeah.
But protect the children.
Fat Bottom Girls is definitely on that list.
Yeah. And it's like, isn't your entire shtick supposed
Let's
to be
get mad
protect
about
the
that, but protect the children.
Like you take 2 seconds, you look into it, you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense.
Here comes a newser.
I'm still upset though that it is real. Now that's what I call dad rock album.
How good your hammer skills.
Yeah.
But you want to fight over here, Tom. I wouldn't go to let him come to us.
Wait.
How good do you think? Oh no, he got us. Run to the gate. There's a good chance we're not going to survive the poison.
I'm not going to survive.
Run away! Run around.
Into the spikes.
Oh. so I'm the one who killed you. Literally this time.
I mean, that's on brand.
I'm saying,
I trapped him in now.
no one's surprised here.
Yeah, that's very on brand. I had my health drop stopped at 3 health, so I didn't actually die. I thought I was going to die. I was like, well, I've been poisoned. I will leave my body comfortably back at the house or near the gate. Which you did leave your body comfortably near the gate. It's still kind of surrounded by blobs, but the blobs are trapped in a cage of spikes. And when I get more health back, I could go down to try to hammer him. Actually, I might be able to hammer him from here.
And see, Brian, you don't realize what good time you had at getting me the ability to make stone stuff, because now I can replace all the floors in the chicken coops with stone.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't end up with basement chickens.
Yeah.
You say
Basement
Facebook
chickens are
chickens?
annoying, and I don't like them. So, in all of the experimentation I have done to try to get the chickens to lay more eggs, the thing that I've learned is if you keep the eggs off the ground, the AI does not. I don't know if it doesn't know that there are eggs there, but they will continue to lay eggs as long as the previous set of eggs are no longer on the ground. So I've been elevating all of the incubators for the eggs up so that the chickens will continue to lay eggs, and we can get more and more and more eggs.
Okay.
But if you have a wooden floor under them, when the eggs hatch, they might actually hatch under instead of in the building, and you end up with secret basement chickens that are living under your floor because they can.
Because basement chickens.
Because basement chickens. And the only way I've found to get rid of prevent basement chickens is to put these stone slabs down so that there's no room underneath the chicken coops for the eggs to hatch down. Because the last time I did this setup on our personal server, I was able to harvest. The harvest was like an 86 chicken.
Yeah.
And
it was a whole mess.
Afterwards, I was like really confused because the chickens weren't laying eggs. And what I ended up discovering was happening was there were a whole bunch of secret basement chickens that, as soon as I cleared out the main population of chickens, all started laying eggs underneath all of the coops. So there was this whole like the chickens under the stairs issue going on with the village. And I harvested another 86 chickens from underneath the stairs.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was another mess of chickens.
And yeah, so we're at a good timing because we now have the ability to do stonework, and I can get rid of the wooden floors so that we don't have basement chickens.
Oh, basement chickens.
Oh, basement
Who
chickens.
doesn't want some basement chickens?
It was confusing me. I thought the game was broken because I kept hearing the chickens they're making babies. We just laid egg sounds, and there were no eggs anywhere. And,
What no eggs would he lay?
yeah, poor, I can't remember if it was Carrie, Megan, or both of them actually heard me sing like the entire rooster song because I was having a moment. It needed to calm down.
I remember being there.
I didn't say the whole. I skipped some of the racier first sections of it.
I am going to disappear. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Okay, so I might grab
Bye.
the key from the armory.
Mm.
And I'm going to call that. What's that, north east? We'll call it northeast.
So my mom and I went to this meeting today at this school that there's actually a private school in the area that works with special needs kids. Like, what?
Willingly?
So they were having a couple speakers tonight, and so we went, and I was getting some information, and I'm gonna actually go to an admissions meeting next month, to see if we can get Anna in for kindergarten next year, and what we can do to get the $30,000 tuition down to an affordable level.
That hurt my gut. Just that number is just.
I'm going to go put I just labeled that one any swamp. Put an any swamp down. We're going to do this one's B10 over here, Tom.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and open it up. And then we have a choice. One of us should probably start scouting and getting wood and processing, and the other gather the ore out of the crypts.
Good lord, there's several crypts around here.
Yeah.
But they
You
offer
wanna-
there's like state
You wanna get ore, or do you wanna
state
scout?
scholarships that they can get
I think it's do processing if you want to get the ore.
for special needs.
Okay.
There's one that a friend of mine was able to get because her daughter, who's a little bit older than Anna, actually has an autism diagnosis, and that brought it down to like next to nothing. Along with if you live in a city that has a failing school district, that helps. And where I live is definitely a failing school district.
Hey, Tom, on your scouting,
America.
will you at least? I'd like you to at least do this much of the build on top of the crypts when you find them and mark them on the map with the dot.
Gotcha.
Just like I did with this one. You don't have to do the full enclosed house, because I'll go back and do that enclosure when I put a
Yeah.
portal in. But we need at least the one wall in the crafting table.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you get an abomination, if you get jumped by an abomination, you'll want to get on top of the crypt and fight it from there, because you can build fires underneath it and stab it really easily. It's a much easier fighting ground. And may you find many abominations, because we all need masks, so we have to take out lots of them.
Yeah.
The joys of the scouting. And let me know when you have 20 more iron processed, because I need to finish. I've got, I think, pants. I need to at least do a shirt and a helm. And then if you want a pants, shirt, and helm, you'll get the next set of 60. Because I wasn't going to worry about upgrading until after we got ourselves at least some armor. Oh my gosh. What the crap. Okay, I'm leaving the crypt because I might die. Poisoned at this point, watch my health. I'm going to wait in here so my body will be easy to recover. Oh, it stopped at 27.
Okay, chickens are breeding again because they decided to stop.
I have 27 health. Yay. They decided to stop.
Yeah, fixed it.
Oh, good. I figured we'll end up expanding the chicken coop area eventually, anyhow. But that was unpleasant. A blob right at the door.
One hour remains.
Do you hear a blah yet? Very
I just
favorite.
called over Peanut's camera. Go to sleep. I can't go to sleep. I'm too tired.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well.
Oh, you shoot me on the toothpick.
Okay.
Where's he shooting me from? Oh, there you are. Oh, that was unpleasant. Shoot me in the toothpick. Oh. Sorry for the paranoid darting around, folks, but sometimes they leave all these open passageways in which I can get jumped from. That and that blob sounds really close. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Okay, that's going to be enough. Of armor. Yay!
Woo!
Can't wait till I get the iron hammer. My first weapon of choice, but it's the swamp. We got to start with defense. Oh, what sweet hell is this? What is wrong with the steps?
You know, when you're not actually picking on the door doesn't close. Just a little tip.
A pro tip.
Pro tip for you.
Door
Just
pro
sitting
tip.
here like, why is this door not closing? Why is this door not closing? Oh, that's why.
More than one way through a door. Smelter. Oh, I think the smelter glitched. We'll come back to that one in a minute.
Okay, I told you not to do this, and you did this, so
What?
the forge is going to stop working.
Okay. That's fine. I'll fix it. Actually, with so many crypts there, Tom. If you want, we could each worker crypt respectively. If you'd rather.
You raise a good point, although I don't have a key if you want to open this one up.
They're right here in the armory chest. There's 3 keys.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this one back because there's 2 keys in the armory chest, and I have one that I have my key hanging on the wall right behind B temp.
Okay.
This don't know why it did that. Also, I put another smelter in because the one smelter is glitched.
What's it doing?
It's not doing anything. It's not even destructible. So I'm just going to let it be for a minute. We'll just ignore it and pretend it's not there.
That's a plan.
Works. One short direction. Have to keep our eye out for deer as well.
Are you still at the longhouse?
Yeah, I'm in there right now.
Okay. Come on out.
Yeah,
I have to record my discoveries.
yeah.
So
Cool.
you're now flush, but you had built on top of the roof here, which I had asked you not to because of, well, this. So that's how far the roof's going down. That's how high the roof is. If you want those things out here, you can put them underneath there, and I'll put the roof on top.
Okay, I can do that. I just needed them near the workbench, and it was too crowded inside to have all that stuff inside at the workbench. We can definitely put them underneath and tuck them that way, I think. Oh, there we go.
And they can be on the roof if you really want them to be on the roof. It's just,
No, I wasn't wedded to that. I mean, I might have to for some of them. I don't know. We'll see. I like the idea of tucking them underneath because then it's kind of, I mean, it makes more sense having it on the ground. There you go. Here, I'll put the roof tiles back in. Like that, right?
yeah. And then the last one
Oh,
is Trixie.
yeah, you click that right in the edge there. I stone stairs the other side already for you. Yeah, that does not. Maybe you'll have more luck with it. But I need to go grab more trees because we're gonna run out of coal.
Oh, I can't wait for the breeding population to grow up. Got 1 egg today.
Oh man.
This is the hardest part, is getting that starter population up.
Yeah. Just getting it started. Oh, let me update the map. There we go. I remember to update the map. Yay. Oh, cool. It does have a drop off, a natural drop off. There's a valley down there. You can use that for the lumber harvesting then. Of course, right after I fire the elder buff. Nighttime and rain.
That's how it do.
Yep,
You summoned them.
I did. Like, here, I got something for your stamina.
But you just got to make sure that you have that rested buff on you. And once we can get the iron pit, well, actually, we need to get the stuff so that we can make bonfires. Because
Yeah.
once you can get a bonfire next to you,
Well, yeah, that can take care of the
that'll
cold.
keep you warm,
That's
so
a
you
good
don't have the
point.
cold debuff on you.
I will have to work on that. Definitely
Because
work on that. Well, look at the stuff I can make a new garden.
that's just the ancient wood, isn't it?
Yeah, I just need to grab some ancient wood. I know exactly how that sounded. An honor expense. Ooh, what if I could hit the neck with this tree? Nope. Let's try with the next one.
They said bone mass is way too far out.
He's way out there. I'm not even worried about getting close to bone mass right now. Like I said, we got a nice patch of swamp, lots of crypts, so we'll be able to get plenty of iron real easily.
Hopefully, there'll be a second bone mass that's not so far.
Yeah.
I just got another thing. It's for the same bone mass.
Yeah, we'll have to go to somewhere in the south. Find a crypt or find one of those locators somewhere in the south to try to find a bone mass that's not that one. But here we go. Here's my aim. Did I get him? Nope. It did not. It fell backwards. It did knock the other tree down though, so there's that.
And I got some ancient bark.
Oh, good. Ooh, did that unlock the thingy for you?
I have not looked. Give me 1 sec. Let me check. Yes.
Awesome.
Bonfire is ancient bark, fine wood, and core wood in a circling core. So, yep.
Yep.
Should I go home real quick and drop it off for you?
Yes, would you? Because I know Charlie and I are both going to want that.
Yeah.
Really? He's running away from me? Come back here. We're almost dead. Oh, stupid brute. My mother smells of elderberries. Come back and fight. Oh, well. I don't know if the kids will even get that reference anymore.
Go away, or I
Oh,
will
his father
haunt you
smells
a
of
second
elderberries.
time.
Yeah. The father smells of elderberries. I guess if I don't do it right, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be me if I did. So.
See, thanks to
The wizard named Tim was at the Ren Fair over the weekend.
Yeah, you probably heard it several times over the weekend.
I think he was surprised that a millennial recognized.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Oh no, I said take all. I didn't mean to take all.
I am on that those borderline years.
Border years.
I feel like that's the name of everyone wishes they'd gone for Generation X. That's in Generation X. We're just the borderline years.
Hey, the ancient bark is in the storage thing with. It's been there before. Why didn't you?
Oh, I did pick it up. I do have bonfire ability. Okay. I didn't look. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the most Brian things that could have happened today.
Mystical force stops me.
Oh wait, I had the power all along.
Power was within me.
It's kind of why that trope doesn't bother me so much in fiction, because I like live with it.
Oh yeah, that's
that checks out.
We call that a day that ends in Y at our house.
Yes, of course you had the power all along. Of course you did. Why wouldn't you have had the power all along?
Oh god, now I'm hearing Lords of Acid is in my head.
You're welcome.
And if you know which song I'm hearing, bravo.
Bravo.
So YouTube recommended me
the gentleman who was dressed up as Tim.
Gentleman who was dressed up as Tim.
He said he wanted to get one of his grandkids to dress up as a white rabbit with blood dripping from their mouth, but his wife said no, and that nobody would have gotten the reference.
No Vorpal bunnies?
I would have gotten the reference.
I'll hail the
No!
bunny.
I'm like, that would have been amazing.
That would have been like big sharp pointy teeth.
Yeah, but if you're going to do that, you need to get them a plushy holy hand grenade. So they can sit there playing with it.
No, like a hand grenade chew thingy. So they're just sitting there chewing on it.
I know that they make a plushy holy hand grenade. So
yes,
I know that is at least a possibility.
You hesitated. What? This is the first of the brute trophies? Okay, so that was not a lot of
when I was talking about it with Veronica, and this is few and far between. But Monty Python and the Holy Grail is one of those movies that I have seen that she has not. And I'm like, what?
In a weird sort of way, that makes sense. Like, it didn't surprise me when you said that. I couldn't tell you why. Only that it didn't.
Oh, we can replace this now. That's right. Okay.
Also, I have to make her oldest watch Men in Tights.
BRB.
BRB. The ribbit.
We were talking about our favorite Robin Hood movies. And she's like, I've only seen the Disney one and the Kevin Costner one. And I'm like, what?
But you miss the one with, as they point out, with an English accent.
Right.
That was the best part. It's just pointing out he's the first one that actually has an English accent.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Got it.
But yes, you really do have to force them to watch Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Just like if someone says they're really into Monty Python, it's like, have you not seen Life of Brian and Holy Grail?
I've not seen Life of Brian, but I've seen Holy Grail several times.
I mean, I don't know how to say this other than if you're Catholic, every Catholic should see Life of Brian, because they've all had these thoughts at some point in life.
A lot of huffing and a puffing, Dougie. Someone might think you're from House Hufflepuff.
What was that about a Hufflepuff?
The Dougie. She's Hufflepuffing.
Like being an emotional support human for a minute.
Yeah. She needs an emotional support human. Okay. Maybe that fixed it.
So I brought my emotional support demon with me, and he came with me to the festival on the second day. And Veronica was laughing. She's like, "Isn't your character a cleric? And she's got a demon familiar?"
It's like, oh yeah.
Like, yeah. So
Like,
he's an emotional support demon.
just because you're a cleric doesn't mean that you're aligned good.
And that's
They're evil
true.
clerics.
Someone remember Cardinal McCarrick?
Yeah,
I
like they're evil
think
clerics. They get fun
I
things like
think I picked chaotic good for the D&D thing.
that. That
Yeah.
still fits. a little chaotic to be running around with a emotional support demon. You're just trying to help him reform. So at that point, you're trying to show him how you're helping the demon to do good works. No, I have no wood. That didn't work.
Like all demons should.
I'll leave that for you to figure out.
Oh, look, you now get leather scraps from the junk pile. Muddy scraps.
Yeah.
Huh. That's a choice.
Yeah, if only it was deer hide. They were really nice. I think they like making us continue to have to hunt. So I just think I heard a deer outside. So when this meat is done, I'm going to go out and shoot him. I hear you. Ooh, I hear him.
Oh. Oh, it's a carry.
Oh. A reboot. Huh. I wonder where that one deer went.
Come back here, you dirty shaman.
There we
Okay.
go.
My computer got stupid again.
Hmm.
What Windows was designed for.
Yep. Comes with emotional support software. Oh, that's a funny looking deer.
It just shows that Bill Gates is bad at theft. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh,
If Wozniak stole the mouse, he allegedly stole dogs.
From Park? Which part about the mouse?
Come on, chickens. Be chickens.
it'd be like the wheel roller clicking thing.
Why do we have a chicken missing?
It's
Turn my back for like 2 minutes and a chicken's missing.
Do we have a runner?
I don't know. There's the third one.
Yep, it up. It's like, well, I might as well shoot the funny deer as well. AKA Grey Dwarf.
Seriously, when are we gonna find the proper tradesman? Hodor? Yeah.
Upper what?
I need a belt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be more exploration because neither of us came across them yet. I didn't see
Yeah.
them on the. At least I don't have them on my map.
Me either.
It'll be in the Black Forest somewhere.
Yeah. Now you could find them from a boat. So I mean, if you'd rather go looking for him, I understand because finding the Grey Dwarf, finding Hodor is not Hodor. Cool. Hildor? Yeah, Hildor and Hildir.
Yeah, Holdor and Hildur. And Hildur. Yeah.
Yeah, Hildor, Hildar. The trickiest berries to pick. Oh, there's no deer down in that valley. Deer.
No, most I was just complaining. And he just-
I understand. It's like you barely carry anything, and you're full up and having to go back out again. Nice thing is that is out there, so if there's a day when you're like, I don't feel like doing this other, you can always hop on a boat and hunt a dwarf. It's safer dwarf hunting than in the Mistlands.
Oh god.
Yeah. It's like, mage twitch.
Yeah, I thought we weren't going to speak of the Mistlands until absolutely necessary.
Some other wood in the cart, Tom, or
Although it would be fun if you could actually do some trading if you haven't upset the verger.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, oops.
So I watched a poor unfortunate Zoomer having his first experience watching the Oblongs the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had so many issues because I don't know what we're going to do about this entire generation that has this issue with temporal permanence and not understanding that things used to be very different, because he kept talking about it like it was made recently. And is it a perfect show? No.
Nope.
But
One of
some of the stuff that, some of the faults that were being found with it were actually the way queer people talked back then. And that doesn't make it 100% okay. I'm not saying that.
But it was just the language of the day where a lot of the issues were.
Also, he got really upset that certain terms weren't used that literally had not been coined yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like these terms
Like,
don't
a lot of
exist.
language is very, very new. Oh, I just teleported to something because Brian's a problem.
go someplace magical.
Well, I asked you not to build up next to the thing until I got it finished, and you did, and it's really hard for me not to just tear everything down.
I mean,
So I also have broken the workbench.
yeah, it's okay.
You did not listen. Damn it! You're about to lose access to all of these. Oh wow, I'm in the swamp for the first time.
Wait, did you just go through the
A
portal?
bunch of those are going to be going away anyhow. I just haven't had.
They weren't supposed to be here. They're making my life very, very problematic right now. But most of the critique was how sometimes it was very good representation for Anita Bidet, and sometimes it was very bad representation. And I'm just like, the fact that we got any good at all is like rather miraculous for the time that that was made. Also, Anita talks like every trans person I knew back then.
I was surprised at how accurate, like especially the rewatch, it was like, oh my, yeah, that no, she was actually like spot on for the time.
And again,
Like, yeah, no, not for right now. Like,
yeah,
like if she was a new character, I would have been like, oh no, honey,
yeah,
this is
problematic. We need to fix some
this
things.
this is not
But, yeah.
1990. You can't be doing that now.
And it was just kind of cute watching this person desperately struggling with the fact that things have
changed so quickly.
Yes, but really frustrated that everything wasn't immediately fixed back then. Like, I get that frustration, but it takes the little steps. Like, for a lot of people, especially a lot of the people that I know, it took a lot of exposure therapy to get them through their just this disgust and hatred of trans people that had been built into them by society before that.
Yeah.
And it was characters like what we had on there that helped with that. And it was just like, again, I get the frustration, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of like when people post old, and I mean like old bits from like Lady Bunny and them. Like that was the 80s, and that's just how we talk to each other. For better or worse. Often for the worst. I am so thankful for like Matt Baum, because so many of the kids these days really don't know their history.
Yeah.
And really think they do. And he's one Patreon I wish I had the money for. I want all those bonus videos.
It's only $1 or $2 for Matt Baum stuff. For his Patreon.
I'll have to look back into that, because I make assumptions because every time I see somebody doing that level of extra content available on the Patreon, it's a lot more than that.
But at least like a year or two ago, it was just $1 or $2 to be on his Patreon to see the extra videos.
Because what was his latest video? Some like it hot. Is that the latest one? I really do get the feeling that if you were born in a different era, like if you were born more recently, Tony Curtis would have been one of those heterosexual drag queens.
Yeah. I mean, to see Tony Curtis later in life, he was so close to becoming Liberace.
And the way he talks about getting into the outfit stuff for something hot, like I feel like that's one of the great things that we lost because of bigotry. It's like Tony Curtis' drag career. Or was it you? Somebody was telling me that apparently Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be on the next season of One Piece. Apparently, she contacted them and said, "Can I be on their show?"
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that reminds me. So CBS also did a series of True Lies.
Oh yeah.
If you want, you can kind of see like who had a better idea for it between Fubar and True Lies, because they both feel in very different ways. Like they are very different concepts of it.
Very different concepts, but somehow still the exact same thing. I rather enjoyed this movie when it first came out. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't know if I still would or not. Speaking of things aging better than I thought it would, we're doing a rewatch Stargate Atlantis right now.
Oh yeah.
And we just watched the episode where McKay got a lady accidentally put into his brain. And I just was like, okay, brace yourself. And
surprisingly,
yeah, pleasantly surprised. Like I shouldn't, because Amanda Tapping was very. I think she was already executive producing by then. But it neither went sexist nor did it go transphobic. And the one moment that it had, where she kisses another guy in his body, did not go the full like.
Yeah, I'm repulsed by her. Yeah,
it was just well, that's a thing that happened. Can we fix this now?
Yeah.
And I was surprised because, early 2000s shows dealing with gender.
They like that. Yeah, because they usually go for what they think it's going to be the comedy punch for the time, and that's the...
On the way to that talk tonight, I was listening to that Rewatcher podcast, and they were, what was the episode? Enemies in season 3, where Faith thinks that she, made Angel lose his soul again. And before she like runs off, she kisses Buffy on the forehead, and in the original script, she was supposed to just full on plant her a kiss on the lips, but the network people said, heck no. 1999, no.
Some of the original plans for a lot of things back then were a lot gayer than they turned out. There were plans, for example, for Dax was supposed to be a much queerer character than she turned out being on Deep Space Nine, because the networks and Rick Berman may someday be sued for all of the things that he did, if not actually imprisoned for them. Said no. And there were always plans for, and even some early scripts for 7 of 9 have turned out a lot clearer than, well, she eventually thinks Picard got there. It's one of the good things that Picard did do, because Jerry Ryan is the best thing that happened to Star Trek Picard. And I hope it gets a spinoff series with her as captain of the New Enterprise.
Yeah.
They have been talking about it, and she is interested in doing it. So, but that's why when they wrote the her falling in love with Chakotay episode, the showrunner intervened so that it caused her brain to malfunction.
Oh, good.
Because, you know, when you act heteronormative, when you are not heterosexual, it causes bad psychological effects.
Charlie, I'm bringing this to you.
10 minutes, by the way.
I have chain. I can finish the thingies in the fireplace in the kitchen. Also, I did not change those because I wasn't sure. Are you running into the kitchen or?
Yeah, I'm on the stairs.
Oh, there you are.
I was running to where I saw you.
Okay, yeah, I was about to head towards you, and
also I've been learning that with this show, they really like were bad at underestimating how popular characters were going to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like Spike wasn't supposed to last. Faith wasn't supposed to last. Oz wasn't supposed to last.
That's true of a lot of TV shows, though. And one of, I think, the great problems with the way streaming does television.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think we necessarily have to go back to the 20-episode seasons or anything. It gives you time to get to know a character in a way that these really short seasons we get now don't. And also, often had a much more dedicated writer's room that was together, not only thinking about things, but seeing and carrying a lot of the feedback.
And made changes like within 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Based on feedback.
But the way we're doing the shows now with the current streaming model doesn't allow for that kind of change. Because that happened a lot on. There were several characters on, I know, Next Generation that were supposed to be one-off characters. They were intended to be one-offs, but here's where I get to be really old because I remember these. Once upon a time, kid, there was this thing called the listserv.
Oh God. BBS listserv.
Yep. And they
tell me about Prodigy.
Right? And they saw the reaction to the characters on there, and we're able to get this very immediate feedback and made changes. And I don't know if it really comes down to a right or wrong because it's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it really is, I think, hurting a lot of the properties that exist right now because they don't have time to do a lot of what we now consider classic shows. We're able to do this mid-season kind of reboot that saved them in their first season and kept them going forward, and shows cannot do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't get that actual live audience feedback in a timely manner. And streaming doesn't, consider anyone interested in a show unless they finish watching every episode.
Yeah. Within 28
It's their
days.
only real algorithm.
Which is why if there's a show that you really, really like, binge it in 28 days, or they consider it a flop. They consider you not being interested.
Not everybody can binge stuff.
I'm just saying that's how the current model works. And
Yeah.
it's crap.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Also,
So you didn't happen to find turnip seeds, did you? Sorry,
I don't think so.
okay. Sorry,
I
Charlie.
haven't been able to
about
binge
say?
watch things since I had a kid.
but I also have to say the current media landscape is also just, the commentary landscape is crap. Because I can't stomach almost any of the reviewers anymore because everyone is so desperate to have their own take on a series or their own whatever it is, so that you want to watch them instead of somebody else, that so many of them have started saying just some of the dumbest things just to have that unique
Clickbait.
take.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Remember when
this, like,
reviewers were judged on how well they knew everything in that genre?
yes. It's like I'm getting to the point where oh God, if I see one more person commenting on a sci-fi series that clearly has no idea for any of the genre, because I remember the first time I went through that was when the John Carter movie came out, and I unsubscribed to so many podcasts because, yeah, I get it. It was a really hard property to adapt because everything that we have that's big is a descendant of it. So it's really hard to adapt and make it look fresh and original and new because everything copied it before it got made into a movie. But to not know that its source material came first.
Yeah, that part was weird.
Like, I can get it if you think it looked too much like Star Wars. Okay, I can see your criticism and what have you, but to then go on about how it's a new property and that it shouldn't have had these similar plot elements, and I'm just like, it's based off of a book that's like 100 years old. Again, not saying it couldn't have been fixed or made better or whatever, but just like know the basics of the genre. Because I know that
Also, story elements repeat themselves. Like, it's just your take on it.
Well, like, one of the reasons I stopped doing a lot of media talk videos was I got into an argument in the comments for that stupid Dune video over somebody who literally thought that Darren Aronofsky wrote it.
What?
They did not know
Yeah, they didn't know that
it was
there
based on a Frank Herbert book.
Yeah.
They thought it was an original movie,
Oh wow.
and that I was stupid talking about all of this stuff because I wasn't there when he wrote it. How could I know how Jessica could have been different? And I'm just like, because I read the book, and like it was literally the last time I looked at the comments because I believe his response was something like, "Novelization. You can't judge a movie by its novelization."
It's like,
Oh no.
yeah.
I was like, I mean, fair.
Oh, I
But-
would have clapped back by, yeah, but I could judge it by when it's worse than the 1970s adaptation.
No, it's not a novelization though. And second of all, I think you can judge a movie by its novelization.
Yeah.
As a rabid Star Wars fan, I've actually read the novelizations for each of the movies, and to my shock,
Oh
the
crap!
novelization for The Rise of Skywalker is actually good.
Oh crap! I derped. I get it now. Oh gosh!
You know what I want to
Yeah, the
collect?
movie came first, and then
And then
the
they
book.
not book based on it. Yeah.
You know what book I want to collect? That's that's based on Star Wars. The William Shakespeare does Star Wars.
Those are funny.
I want to collect those, and I think I would get a set for my brother-in-law because he likes R2-D2.
Alrighty, it is that time for us to run off into the darkness.
I already had an abomination break forth rhythm in the rhyme.
So, I have a bunch of stuff going on. Hopefully, I will remember to update folk about them. I am on the Blue Skies, the Threads, and all of the other places. I have not linked to Blue Sky anywhere because it's so new. I think that's actually the first time I've ever said that to any other human other than the ones that were there when I got my invite code. I don't know that I've told anybody that I'm on there. Oh wow, realizations that you have in real time. And as always, I am C. Dorset in all places. I've actually been using the Blue Skies and the Threads. So if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, check out over there because I will be launching a new website soon. I've been working on a lot of stuff for it so that it will have things there that are new at launch. It will also end up having a lot of stuff there that has never been public before. And stuff that hasn't been public for a while because I don't know what to do with it. Like, Brian will get very excited when I say this. The 3 Faroon stories will be going.
Oh yeah, very cool.
The only series that I've done that was so popular, it has been pirated and is still pirated, and I believe you can still find black market copies of it on Scribd. That's not me, and they will not take it down.
Rude.
So people really liked it, and I only ever wrote three episodes in that series, so it's what it is. But I may end up doing more, but stuff like that will be up there. It's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. I'm really, really excited about it, and I will be announcing when that goes live over on the socials. I might, if I feel like it, I might actually even try to do a video.
Another one.
Another one.
Brian, why are you still
I
running
was
around?
running back to the house. I
We
was just
gotta
lucky enough to track them.
plan on when to work on our super secret project.
Yeah. Hopefully, I will be able to start working more on other things. My brain has been death this week, and hopefully it will get better.
Shit the other way around.
Because anybody have anything else that they want to say before we run off?
Yes, I need to stop running clockwise. We're never going to make it up the stairs if I keep running clockwise.
Do we want to wait for Brian to kill the thing before I end the stream?
Yeah, I want to see how it ends.
All right.
Let's see if I get caught. He's right there. Oh no.
Brian will either kill the thing or the thing will kill
Nerds.
him.
Ah, I made it. This just got a lot better. Where is he at? Oh, he's over on this side. I could do this. Come around here, buddy. Hey, look. I got fire for you. Fire! Ooh, that's a little low. I'm not comfortable standing there. I have more fire for you. Fire. Come closer. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Oh no, not that close. Too close. Too close. Oh no, too close. Oh, no, too close. He's scooching me down. Where's that? There's too close.
Do the spikes do nothing?
The spikes do very little. Fire. He does not like fire at all. Uh-oh. If I stay up high, I'm safe. Pretty much. And axes are alright. But I just have a little axe. There we go.
Alrighty.
Hey, and some skeleton cleanup.
And on that note, cue the
Ooh,
music.
abomination trophy.